What's going on, guys? Your boy Amazing. We're back with another video, and in today's video, guys, me going over how to build Ludo Margaret's gear. So let's get into the video. Alright, so I did this video for Purgatory Bond and for Green Jericho for Belmos. I wanted to do this video for Margaret because I know a lot of people were kind of like, iffy on like what gear set to go for her. So if we actually go to my heroes here and we go to the Ludociel I have at the moment. By the way, Margaret is not out at the moment as the recording of this video. Margaret will be dropping in about 2-3 days from now. About 2 days from now, because I am recording this on the Sunday of the 22nd, right? So Margaret will be dropping on the 24th. So yeah, I'm going to be going over the gear that I have for my Ludo and the one that I'm going to be using on my Ludo Margaret and explain the reasoning and basically everything about that. So yeah, let's hop in. So if we go to my gear, we exchange the gear because this is definitely not my gear right here. This is the gear set I'm going to be running on my Margaret Ludo. It's going to be HP Defense UR gear. So just so you guys know as well, Margaret does not get her own UR gear set. It's based on Ludociel. So if you go to Merlin, like let me go to Merlin real quick and I'll show you. But if you go to Merlin and you go to Engrave, and when you get to pick the hero here, it's not going to show Margaret here, it's going to show Ludociel. So just to let you guys know, because that's going to be something important, just in case you mess up and make a different set of gear. This Ludo gear will apply for Margaret Ludociel, so take that into account. Okay, so let's actually go over to my Ludo again, and we'll kind of discuss why I went with HP Defense and why I think it's going to be the best build for Margaret. So the reason I went with HP Defense is not just because of the original Ludo being that he needs high CC. The newer Margaret Ludo is going to need HP Defense because she is a support type unit. She's also a DPS, by the way, so she can do both roles. So even with HP Defense, her damage to output is still super crazy. I think if you wanted to make her a DPS, then obviously HP Defense is not the way to go. Attack crit damage or HP crit damage would be the way. I think personally with my Margaret, how I'm going to be using her, I'm going to be using her as like a support type with her her buff card. And then she also has her, her passive there, giving everyone the 8% if I'm on a goddess team. So if I'm like running her and then I keep spamming her buff card and I get the damage dealt and damage reduction card, then it's going to be really beneficial for the team. And I think having her as HP Defense will make it so she lives longer and she won't be able to die, and she'll just be able to tank. It'll just be a lot easier, you know what I mean? So yeah, there is an option right there. And the way you build out the gear set, by the way, if you guys have not built out a gear set for Ludociel at all, make sure that the top two pieces are HP, the bottom two pieces are HP, and the middle pieces are going to be defense. And the reason you want to set it up in this manner is because if you wanted to change the gear set in the future and you wanted to have attack crit damage, changing out the middle slots for the crit damage pieces is not a lot of effort. Because if you guys don't know, defense as a stat is not really as crazy in Grand Cross. So you can kind of disregard defense, like not to the most extent, but defense compared to like attacking and HP is not as crazy. So you don't really have to worry about defense. So when you're swapping the middle two pieces out, you can take these two pieces out, and I could just slap two crit damage pieces. Like let's say I was to do this. If I take the two middle pieces out and I slap the crit damage pieces, I can still keep my attack that I have from my HP pieces and my HP from my HP pieces as well. So we don't lose out on any of that, but we now gain HP crit damage. So that's just something to take into account when building the gear set, because I think this is like definitely the way to go in terms of like the setup for the gear. Because it makes it just so much easier for you, and you don't really have to worry about changing the top pieces or the bottom pieces like regularly. The only time you would ever change these top and bottom pieces if you were making an attack crit set. So then at that point you would change those out. But at the moment we don't really need to do that. So yeah, HP Defense is going to be the way to go if you want your Margaret to be like a support type. If you're going to be using her as just using the buff, getting the damage dealt, damage reduction, and then you also have like another DPS unit on the team, then you could definitely run her HP Defense. If you want to run her as the main DPS, and if you're running her on like a green Gother, blue Droll type of team and you want her to do the damage, then attack crit or HP crit is definitely going to be the way to go. But generally I think, especially if you're running her as that support type role on the team, then you definitely want to run her HP Defense so she has longevity in the fight, so she won't like die. But yeah, that's kind of the gist of how you go about the gear. For the sub roles, it's the same as every other unit in 7 Legends Grand Cross. Generally, you go attack on the top two pieces, you go defense on the middle two pieces, and then you go HP on the bottom. So nothing too special there. Just the same kind of setup you've been doing like already, right? You don't really have to do anything like that. And yeah, that's basically it, man. Kind of a quick video here going over the gear I'm gonna be building for my Margaret Ludo. Like, I already have this gear set ready, so I'm kind of just prepped for her. I do plan on making like a HP crit set, so I could just swap these middle two pieces out and then just make crit pieces, and then I could also probably do the top and bottom for attack. But when, you know, I do that in the future, when like I want to use Margaret as a DPS, I'll definitely make sure to do that. But yeah, for at the moment, when I use Margaret and when I do my showcase for her, if I pull her, I will be using HP defense for the showcase. So yeah, that's gonna be it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe as always. If you guys want to see more videos like this, definitely let me know in the comment section below, and I'm gonna see you guys in the next video. Peace out and have a great rest.